On the Next Up Bodybuilding podcast, we have our special guest, Arianna Kinchen. She's back, and I think she's got a couple surprises, a couple updates. I mean, one I can tell from her shirt. She's now with Beast Factory, and I know they produce some hitters. I've gone up against with a couple guys from their camp, and I know the girls. Is it Melissa? Militia?
We have Melissa. We have Nina. We have Toya, which is his wife. We also have Celine. She's doing in figures. She's still on the NPC side. So, and we have one of my friends, Kira. She switched from bikini to figure on the NPC side. Actually, just won in Daytona.
That was a nice show.
Yes, and we Shayna, but she's also better known as Chinese on Instagram. You know.
Okay.
So. We have a few that are on our team that are some really heavy hitters for the women's side. And we have a lot from the guys' side as well.
Yeah. You guys fill up Vince physique, that's for sure. And I think classic. There's a big group of y'all. Okay.
Yeah, and he won second this weekend and actually in Daytona for a classic. So
nice. All right. So I'm looking at you. Other than like the shirt you got on, like I'm seeing the face, and I know that face. I know that look where your cheeks are a little too far in. I see your contour, but like, I can see where it comes in. I know. I'm on the opposite side of that. This is my Pillsbury Doughboy season.
Trained, happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy and donuts.
Donuts. They've been in the diet. A little too much, but it's all right.
This is what my bros do to me. They get.
Yeah, I got some My Cookie Dealer cookies coming.
Oh, do you? Did you get some Momos too while you were at it?
I did not. I figured, just one thing at a time.
One thing a week or a day.
Something like that.
Not fair. Oh, not fair.
I'm still doing cardio.
I don't even want to know how much you're doing because you probably do like 20 minutes and calling it a day.
It's 25 minutes. Five times a week.
We added the 5.
We added the 5. All important. That's where champions are made. That extra 5 minutes of cardio.
I can't complain. I'm only 5 minutes behind you. So
okay.
I can't.
So you're doing 30 minutes cardio. Is that a day or twice a day?
Twice a day.
Okay. That's still not bad.
Yeah, I will say from changing coaches, I'm not doing 120 minutes of cardio anymore. Complete death. Just walk it off, literally. So I mean, it's my training is different. But yeah, I like it. I enjoy it.
Okay. So you made not only a coaching switch, but also you switched from bikini to figure. Yes.
So this was something that I have been told over years now about from Mama Sheila.
I was going to say, what did she say?
Oh, she's been with this. She's like, finally, just. Yeah. Finally, and of course a bunch of others because from being with the Destination crew and being in Destination as a gym, it's okay. So you just want to finally own it and get on the thing we do, and everybody else has like been seeing from afar for a while. So officially have made the switch.
Okay.
Besides making switches to Team Beast Factory with Bobby, it's also been a switch to figure. Mainly because, it's something I always kind of sit back from. I was initially brought into bodybuilding and bikini, and I just never wanted to be one of those people who got their pro card in one division, and then once they got their pro card, switched.
Okay.
I wanted a consistent. So that's why always, and I kind of fell in love with bikini a little bit too.
Yeah.
So that's why I was always stay in that division.
Okay.
But
it paid off for you at the NPC level.
What was that?
it paid off at the NPC level. You can't say it didn't, right? You got your pro card at
it
bikini.
It paid off at the NPC level. I mean, it was work.
Yeah.
Work. Work and effort.
Yes, man.
But it did definitely pay off in the end. I'm not saying anything against it. I loved doing it in bikini, being more of my feminine side and not being so militarized as much. Yeah. But yeah.
So what was the deciding factor to, hop on the gains train and go to figure?
The deciding factor was initially with Wasatch. I had talked to Bobby right after, kind of said to him, hey, what's your thoughts on my body type? And because initially, you want to kind of be in tune with your coach. You want to be on the same playing field, same mindset, same everything. Because it's like one less person you have to worry about as a coach. Like they're on the mindset of gaining, and also how you work out in the gym, it coincides.
Yeah.
But for me at that point, he told me go to figure, but I like bikini. I work really hard on this posing, and I have 3 different suits. And what do you want me to do? Like, I'm just not gonna tuck it all away. Coming to the girliness of it all, and we went to Pittsburgh Pro.
Okay.
Where at that time I had the pleasure of having Steve Weinberger there, Tyler Manning there, as well as Sandy.
Okay.
So
everyone.
Yes. And
they were all judging at the same time?
Now, that's what I was about to say. Steve was not judging. He was just sitting.
Okay. Huh.
So sitting, watching, observing. So it was great to still have those eyes, on us while we were on stage. So we got to meet with each one of them. And at that time, I had a brief chance to speak to Sandy, but I spoke to Steve. I spoke to Tyler individually, each of them. Steve said, he said, give me a background. What's been your best look, even as pro, even at the short pro?
Yeah.
And I said, kind of at Battle of Texas.
Okay.
Where I was my leanest, but I was up against the toughest competition as well.
Yeah.
That we had 6, 7 different Olympians on the stage with us at once. So, and he said, well, where did you land? I said, 3rd call outs. He said, what? With that? And I said, yeah, but this was my back pose. And he said, oh. He said, and he said, what was your feedback? I said that the striated glutes and my back was to be hidden per usual of Mama Sheila.
Yeah.
She was there as well. Freddie was our DJ, of course.
Yeah, of course. He's really good.
Was our DJ. So, and then I spoke to Tyler, and he said, immediately figure. He said, you have shoulder caps. Your thighs are not as skinny. Yeah. He said, either pick figure or wellness, but he said, I would say figure.
Yeah, I could see wellness, but even for you, I've seen your back, you're broad enough to where you would oversize the wellness girls.
Yeah, and that's the thing that myself and Bobby, with starting our training, kind of figured out. Me starting with back, I, initially doing the poses and doing check-ins, I realized how small I was. And then also, too, I realized how much I was pinching and hiding back because of being in bikini.
Yep.
And how much I wasn't flexing my shoulders. And now it's everything. Not one muscle, not just, hold your tight and push the glute and don't squeeze your arm.
Yeah, let it fall.
Squeeze them all at once. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, no, you're not just standing there like bikini. You're squeezing everything in figure.
Yeah.
I'm like, so, okay, this is like being in classic where you have to squeeze every single muscle in every pose and don't let your stomach go. Okay. All right. Sure. Leaving from Pittsburgh Pro, he said, take a moment. Obviously, we did 2 back to back, and he was like, take a moment. What do you want to do? I mean, it was meant actually 24, 48 hours later. And it was like more of, hey, so, what do you want to do from here? Initially, I said bonus, because my mindset was, I don't want to buy a bikini all over again. And I have 3 of them, and I can kind of take these and switch right over, just kind of change the bottoms a little bit. And not buy a whole nother suit in 3 different colors. So we tried that. And I figured out that my legs were having atrophy from working them once a month to stay in bikini. Or once every 2 weeks or so to stay in bikini. They would get a pump and they would go back down. And they would go back down. And I'm like, oh no.
Even with like a ton of food.
Yeah, like I would take a picture and I'm in the gym and oh yeah, I got this nice swole pump and boom. And 3 days later for check-ins, my legs look like they're back down to skinny mini.
They're super flat.
So it was hit it hard and go with it. And then as I kept going and as I kept training, I one day took a chance and just decided to pose, the posing room. I decided to just pose in a figure stance. I'm like, try it, see how it looks. And it was on a back day. So, got the pump and I'm like, ooh. And I said, all right. So then I talked to him. He said, what's up? And I was like, so I see what you're talking about. And it was literally like maybe a week later, maybe 2. And I said, I see what you're talking about. We need to just go for bigger. He said, oh, so you're going to agree with me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hard head.
Yes, sir. I'm agreeing with you. You were right. You were right.
Yeah.
So
it was right. Everyone else was right.
Yeah, you were right. Everybody else was right. I should have just listened to the beginning, but I had to learn the lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ever since then it changed into the mindset of figure, mindset of build, mindset of eat food.
Yeah. Lots of food.
Not ready for. Yeah. He's like, here's the plan, and carbs. And I'm like,
were you initially like afraid? I mean, coming from the bikini diet, 2 hours of cardio, getting ready for shows, and you're like, one, I can't eat this much, and then I'm gonna blow up like a balloon.
Cardio stopped like quarter. I'm like, wait a minute, 30 minutes? What are we doing? Why are we not doing like
more?
At least 45? No, that didn't happen. So, and then it was, breakfast, oats, this meal, rice, that meal, no rice, next meal, rice.
Yeah.
Oats. What? Wait, what? Why are we? So it was retraining my stomach to food.
Yeah.
And then we kind of, said we had to bulk up at this point, and it went to 168 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, she was fluffy.
No, but that's not that bad because you're 5'9", 5'10"?
Yes.
Yeah. But I remember talking in the past, I think you got down like 130s for bikini or something like that?
For bikini, I got down to 139. My lowest would be 141, 139 was when I won my pro card. So that was the lowest I had ever been for bikini. But even now, we're cutting down to the 40s. Yeah. So
how is it with that extra weight and leverage in the gym, even for like a girl, right? 30 pounds for you. I've seen the videos, you rack pulls. How is the gym? Did you see your strength just like shoot up with the food?
It was weird. Yeah. Like over here doing 4 plates on rack pulls every other week. And I'm like, and then at one point, during training and during the prep of it, he was like, I need you to go heavier. He said, I need you to go heavier. And I was very fearful of, I have a shoulder surgery that I have Kevlar screws up here. So, for me, it was, oh, is my shoulder going to give out on me?
Yeah.
And don't because, sometimes I push past the point of you feel a little bit of pain and you forget and say that little pain thing, actually put it down.
Yeah.
Or go lighter. And my mindset said, okay, just go heavier. So I'm doing one of my favorites of bent over rows.
All right.
And something for giggles said, pick up the 100 pounds. So
I talking about dumbbells?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been doing 100-pound dumbbells. I have my strong woman inspirations. Like we have Dee, she's down at Metroflex, and I'm like, she can pull it. Why can't I?
I don't think these are one of those things where it's like you can do anything under those. This is not where that applies sometimes.
No. And I picked it up for a good 8.
Yeah, that's good.
That was about it.
Did you roll them back?
Actually, yes. Even now, I can notice how I've gotten stronger, even as well as with doing hip thrusters.
Yeah.
I can now get up to a 140-pound dumbbell.
Okay.
That's what costs me.
Yeah.
So it's like pushing myself to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So, excuse me, I haven't had my carbs reduced yet.
Okay.
But my body is steadily checking in. So, knowing that there's a show coming and it's like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Your body, I feel like your body knows. It's like, all right, all the cardio, and then it just gets into this really nice rhythm once you're in prep for long enough. Can I ask when the show is?
It is October 16th. We are doing Kentucky Muscle Masters.
Oh, nice.
The week after,
right? Is it the week next? That's next week.
No, yes. It is next.
Okay. Are you driving or are you flying?
We're flying.
Okay. That should be a good show. I've liked Kentucky Muscle. I like what they produce. I've
heard nothing but good things from it.
Yeah.
So for me, it was kind of like, okay. It was honestly a text message. It was, hey, we're gonna officially start prep. Okay. And then on top of that, it was, here's this, and this. And I was like, all right. And then it was, hey, go look at this show.
Yeah.
A week later.
Can you make it work?
Yeah. It was like, go look at this show. Go register for it. Okay. All right. So it was like, let's go do this. Meanwhile, about 3 weeks before that, I had just booked our flights and tickets for Olympia.
Olympia's okay. You're good though.
Olympia's literally, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
For Olympia, we're leaving tomorrow for Olympia. So, it's back to back.
Oh.
So I'm going to be coming from one to go to another. Because initially, I know Toya, she was in the points running to be up there for Olympia, but she had a couple of events happen that she just didn't. It was not right time. So life happens, and I had booked it initially to be there to see her on stage and cheer and let's go, let's get it. But we booked it a while ago. So it was just already have it. And it was pretty cheap when we booked it. Resort wise. But I was like, all right. So, and then I asked him, I said, so is it still okay that I'm going? Gotta make sure.
Yeah. Check in.
Yeah, it's okay with the plane flight and the water and everything else. Is it okay that I'm going to Olympia the week before. And he was like, nope, you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, it ended up that I'm like, all right, I'm still on track and I'm still going. I'm back, and then we're back here for 2 days, and then we leave again.
Oh, that's a little rough, but at least you're not like going to like Disney World and then you got to show the next day, right? You're going to the Olympia. There's going to be decent food. You're going to be in the right environment, the right atmosphere. So
first of all, I'm gonna be in Florida where they have fish, like fresh fish, not frozen or from the store.
Texas. Yeah,
in Texas where it's like
we have fresh catfish.
Whose diet has catfish?
Not mine. My dad's.
I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have crawfish and be how's the crawfish trying to eat?
Crawfish is, sidebar, crawfish has to be like the best diet food because it takes a good bit amount of work.
Yeah, it takes so much.
You got to keep going. Yeah.
But yeah, headed to that show, doing the changeover of getting a different suit.
Yeah. Who'd you go with? Are you Toxic Angel? You sponsored by them?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Nice.
Yeah, they were able to do that with me.
Okay.
Can you hear the TV?
Nope.
Okay, good. You're fine.
I would have said something. Don't worry. So what did they just like take your old suit and like repurpose it, or did they start from scratch? I don't know.
We started completely from scratch. I have Toxic Angels, but of course there's different suit makers here that I had considered. We have Goddess Glam, we have Sweet Revenge, we have Team Marie suits.
Okay.
So we have 3 here within Dallas.
Yeah.
That I could, go to, but for some at this point, COVID has kind of stressed and strained their businesses.
Okay.
So some of them have only the certain suit available.
Yeah.
Already pre-made, and I'm kind of skinnier, so I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get with Toxic Angels, and I hit them up saying, hey, we got to start from scratch.
Yeah.
And go forward to whatever is figure it out, color schemes and stoning and all of that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with them making suits for people in Olympia, I'm like, hey, how do I fit into this?
Can you squeeze me in?
Can I pay the rush fee?
Yeah.
Can I just go ahead and pay the $50 rush fee?
I'll pick it up. Well, you don't even have to ship it. I'll just pick it up.
I thought about that after the fact. I was like, Margaret, I said, honestly, I could have come and picked it up from you at Olympia. I was like, yeah, I didn't have to have it shipped to me because I could have just came and picked it up from you at the booth there. You kept it in a bag.
Yeah. Just put AK on the bag.
Just put AK. They call me Ari Barbie.
They call you what now?
Ari Barbie.
Ari Barbie.
That's her nickname for me that I've kind of carried through other things too. But yeah,
I love it. So you've had a coaching shift, a diet shift, suit shift. Has there also needed to be like a mindset shift to go from bikini to figure and compete? Is this going to be your 3rd show this year? This calendar?
Technically, yeah, because this numerical year, but bodybuilding year wise, it's going to be my 4th because I did back this with one that the new side of the year.
That's right.
Thought, then I did Pittsburgh Pro. So this is going to be bodybuilding year wise. It's going to be my 4th show. Okay.
Yeah. So did you have to do something different, prepare? I know you got your business.
Business shut down with COVID for the most part with me. And then I took my time to also move and kind of focus in. So I kind of set that a little bit to the side at the time. Because I kind of wanted to hone in with taking on a new endeavor, basically, for me. But in the gym wise, it's kind of go hard or go home. And it's just really just go hard all the time. I have a lot of encouragement with watching, of course, if you've gone to Bobby's, the Dream Killers page. I have a lot of Beast Factory page. I have a lot of encouragement from seeing my teammates work out with him in the gym. And that sets the tone of motivation basically for the day for me.
Awesome.
We also have a group because we kind of try to keep one another accountable several different times. So, it makes for a family that you cannot just say no to. I see this one, that one, like, going hard in the gym and sweating it out. And I'm like, all right, I gotta
do my part.
I can't, because, you never want to step on stage and, of course, not just misrepresent yourself, your coach, but also your fellow teammates. So it's like one being a family.
That's awesome. I knew Beast Factory had a bunch of athletes and you guys were all kind of tight knit. So that's really cool to see.
Awesome. We're pretty close. For a few of us, we kind of keep one another in check of, hey, how you doing? Hope your day is blessed. Are you all right? How do you feel? But we're all in the same suck. So it's just like, and I mean, Bobby even kind of went into detail with that about a few days ago on his story about how people kind of down talked prep. And I'm just like, he's like, prep is about sucking. If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yep.
Like, enter the suck. Like, you're here. Welcome to the party. And I think he made a valid point, but a lot of people forget that. If it was easy, everyone would be winning. It wouldn't be something about being elite or an elite type of athlete. And that's a lot of what he demands from us as being his athletes, is being accountable for yourself. Not always having to have someone check in like a parent on top of you. Accountable for yourself and wanting to be that elite athlete. Because if you're not in that same mindset with him of winning, not just first call outs, winning, then he's not about it.
Gotcha. I like it. Seems like a pretty cool dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, for me, it was a perfect fit because I'm very competitive. That's just in my nature. So it was like, okay, I don't want to be in fourth call-outs because I was crying at Pittsburgh Pro. I was like, okay, we're in third call-outs again. What is the deal? Like, one of you three have to tell me what's going on. Because apparently I'm blind to what you're seeing. And, it was basically a thing of, hey, look in the mirror. And stop going away from what everyone around you is saying.
Judging, I've definitely had those moments too. It's like you leave and you're scratching your head and you're like, huh?
I really was. I was over it. I remember I went to go talk to them. I talked to Ashley Janelle. She talked to me about my suit. And then I met a couple of the teammates in the back of the in the back of the auditorium. And then I left. I didn't go eat. Really? I mean, I feel bad now reflecting on it. I'm like, I didn't go eat with anyone. I didn't anything. I know in my mind, like, what just happened? And I mean, for me, it was for the 2 times of competing at Wasatch and at Pittsburgh Pro, I was right. Was she in front of me? Yeah, she was in front of me. Sure. I was right behind each time Ashley Keltswater because of our names. It's AKA and AKI.
I know that.
Those 2 times I was right behind her. I'm like, this is not cool.
No, me and my boy Clarence. Is he with Beast Factory? I forget.
Clarence
McDud? I forget his name. He goes by Samurai on Instagram, and so every show, me and him are just buds, line buddies.
I'm just like, and I mean, I had Jessie from Body by O. She's out in California, and me and her always. She was the reason I switched to the green suit.
Yeah.
I looked at her and was like, you're kind of olive complected, yellow undertones. I have yellow undertones, and I'm like, okay, the green would look good on me.
Yeah.
That's literally how I came with the green. Everybody's like, what made you do green out of everything you've done? And that was that velvet green is the reason why. It was because she was wearing it. And she was there, and I was like, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, this is, I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, done. I want to go now. I want to eat like 5 pretzels. Because being in Pennsylvania, being from Pennsylvania, being back in Pennsylvania, they have the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory store. I was just like, I just want to go eat a pretzel and a bag of donuts and
oh my gosh,
some dark chocolate Reese's, and I'll see y'all a different day. Because I don't want to talk. I don't.
That's so more than fair.
I mean, I felt bad after. I literally did, because I hugged a couple people, and we all had to wear. They were all wearing masks. So I don't even remember who I exactly hugged.
You just hugging random people.
It was my teammates, but it was so bad.
Yeah.
I hugged like 3 or 4 of them, and then it was like, yep, that's it. I left, and I just hopped in my Uber and went back to my hotel room, and was just like, I am over this.
Yeah.
But
then you weren't over it.
No. It really wasn't over. Wanted to enter the suck once again.
Yeah.
Just in a different division.
Yeah. How has that been? Because, I think my wife is in an interesting spot as well, where it's like, we could easily see her doing figure, or she can stay in bikini. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But putting on the size to be competitive.
It's a thing.
Yeah. How is that going?
Putting on the size at first, we wanted to see how much I could grow too.
Yeah.
So when I got to 168, that's when he was like, okay, wait a minute. And I was like, I'm only fitting 1 pair of my jeans, bro. Like, 1 pair of jeans is the only ones that are the stretchy.
They stretchy.
Are the only ones that I'm fitting right now. I was like, we have a serious problem.
Yeah.
And then when I was having to buy different apparel for the gym or different clothes, period, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on right now? Like, he's fitting mediums, no smalls.
That's the hidden cost of prep that no one thinks about.
You have your small clothes.
Yep.
And you have your bulking clothes.
Yep.
You have both.
You gotta have 2 closets.
Like you have 2 sections to each one, and then you have the tweener, the ones that kind of fit in between both.
A couple shirts.
Yeah, a couple. And I mean, even my boyfriend experiencing it, because I got him into a waist trainer. So he's now.
There's nothing wrong with him.
Nothing wrong with the sweating the waist trainer. Everybody wears one. I don't know why guys even try to say, I don't wear a waist trainer. Yeah. Right.
You walk around with a belt, it's a waist trainer. We're splitting hairs.
One underneath the shirt. Nobody, especially all the classic physique. I'm like, you come down to this small. How? How? No way, bro. So, he's even wearing one, and he has different size shorts now, even, and shirts that fit different.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
There's a couple of pairs of shorts where it was like 4 or 5 months ago. He's like, I don't even like these no more. They're too big. So he's like, they're like in a drawer off to the side doing nothing. But that was actually one of my teammates. I worked out with her today.
Oh, hey.
That was Celine. She's on the NPC side and doing wellness. Nice. So we had a workout today. Yeah. So we were like, oh, in the same area. And so we finally caught a work day to work out legs and glutes.
Yep.
Got it together.
You're going to be interesting because you're going to be coming from bikini. I'm like, my biggest complaint with figure is most of those girls don't have no glutes.
Yeah, so the glutes disappear.
Oh. What's your boyfriend's name again?
Lyle.
I'm sorry, Lyle. Pray for you.
Yeah, I know, man.
That is his. I will say.
Y'all took an L.
Lyle is taking an L. So for his chief complaint of prep, besides the attitude and
we can put up with a lot of shit.
The demands. The demands and the attitude are two things he puts up with. Like, hey, we gotta be somewhere, or hey, I gotta go do cardio, or hey, get up if you want to go with me because I'm gone. And he's like, no, I have cardio too. I'm like, well, I'm leaving in 5. Like, the other chief complaint is, you got the girlfriend, the wife, spouse, the boo, and you go to smack their butt as a guy, and you're like, not so jiggly.
Yeah.
So, it's. I remember he told me a while ago. He was like, it looks different on stage than what it does actually look like for a bikini. I mean, and this. There's a total difference.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, where does it go?
Just up and down. Just moves out.
It's just like whoop, and that's it. Just a little whoop. Just not a big whoop. Just a little whoop.
Lowercase W.
Yeah, the lowercase W. So that would be one of my complaints that I'm just like, okay, I put on some jeans or a skirt and I'm like, this is not how it normally looks. I promise.
Something's different this time around. But how's the muscle mass? Because I feel like you've always had great muscle maturity, but now you're feeding it. So now it probably shows more. Making the switch. What was Pittsburgh, like 6-7 months ago?
Yeah, that was in April.
April, okay.
End of April.
So we're looking to be competitive. Like that. How is that going? How is that process?
It's going great. Let's just say my weight did come back down, so I'm happy about that one. And that was one thing I didn't want to happen, but I also knew I had committed to wearing the waist trainer and committing to making it sweat around that area. Was I see some figure competitors where their waistlines are blown, and you can tell.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't want to be that. I do not want to be the whole. No. Yeah. So that was the biggest concern. But Toya, she has her brand with having the waist trainers, and I went ahead and so it has a lot more boning in it. So regular waist trainers, so it definitely keeps you in. It's called Barbie Waisted.
Okay.
It definitely keeps you in, tight on your core. I mean, like, it has 20 bonings all the way around. Like, it's not the normal 6.
Yeah.
And it keeps you in tight. Like, you're not going anywhere.
That's awesome. Okay. So you guys are not only getting ready for the O, but also getting ready for the show. Okay. What's going to happen after the show, regardless of feedback? Are you going to go back for another one? Is there another show you want to do? Or just take a second and collect data?
You asked. There was a post that actually Bobby had made on the page. It was of me doing deadlifts.
Yeah.
So I was doing like 3 plates or whatever. And I only got to that. But he said we got like 3 shows lined up for this season, and then we'll take an off season. So I think this is one of 3.
Yeah. I'll pray for you.
I mean, that's how we work,
Yeah.
I do like that part about him. We kind of wait to see what your body does, do you check in correctly, meaning doing your cardio and eating appropriately like you're supposed to? Because there are those athletes that, don't.
Yeah.
And they beg their coach like, oh, hey, fix this. I'm sorry. I messed up.
Yeah.
So it is about the part of, hey, making sure your body checks in, how it's supposed to look, because I can respect the factor of if he tells me, hey, you're not going on stage, or any athlete, hey, you're not on stage. I don't want to misrepresent him, and I don't even want to misrepresent myself.
Yeah.
See these people that go on stage, and you'll see them at numerous different shows of where you're like, you must don't have a coach. Like, straight up, you must don't have a coach. Because who lets you step on stage and look like that? Come on. And, and it's sad to see. It's heartbreaking. But that's not what he's about. You're not about to be fuck yourself. Not about to misrepresent me.
I gotta meet this guy.
I didn't put that on stage,
Yeah.
And he's very open with that. He even puts it on his stories. That's not about to happen. That's not what we're about. If you're about just going on stage and just competing just to say you competed, he is not the team for you to do.
Yeah.
We are competitive. We want to win, period. Yep. And win on top of that, especially on the NPC side, overall.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, no. So, a lot of people are like, oh, he seems like he's this, or he seems like he's that. If you're in this just to compete, then what are you doing it for?
Because it's not worth it. I mean, Oreos are great.
Especially if you're on the pro side. What did you do it for?
Yeah.
What? Who? Did you do it for yourself?
Yeah.
Or did you do it for somebody else?
Yeah.
Like, and then now that you're doing it here on the pro side,
it's different.
Here's me. Women. We don't always have the bank account to always match everything we want. So we get gifts.
Yeah.
Would it be nice to buy your own gift? Or buy somebody else's gift maybe every once in a while?
Yeah.
Little things. But I just I like the money aspect. Hey, cut the check. Go all the way back 10 years ago, cut the check.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's all I want somebody to do. Cut the check. That's it.
I don't even need to cash it. I just want the big one. I just want to win so I can take the big check. I'll just put it in my office or something.
Somebody else. I want the big check.
Cut the check. I love it.
Because you know what? Actually, what Lyle will use as motivation for me. Of course, there's those days where you're just, why am I doing this?
Yep.
And his famous line, 3,500.
Oh.
3,500.
You paid up front.
What you say?
Yeah. You gonna do cardio. You gonna eat the food.
Let me go ahead and just hoodie up and just go to cardio and
you go wake up.
Shoot, I'm halfway out the door with my hair in a bun, where my bonnet's still on. Like me and one of my teammates, she actually did the thing. She's like, why do you? She messaged me on Instagram. She said, Melissa is her name. She said, why do you do your cardio with your bonnet? I said, because it holds the heat in your head and it makes you sweat. So it's the same thing like putting your hood up. Yeah.
I use
you gonna come back and take a shower when you get back anyway and wash your hair. Why not? Yeah. So she did a story today this morning, and she was up there sweating with her bonnet on her head.
Oh my gosh.
And she was like, that is your, I said, I do it a lot. It just holds in the heat. But yeah, his thing to me is 3,500. What you say? You don't don't want to eat this.
You don't want to eat this? Yeah.
Do it no more. You don't want to go to this car? 3,500.
Yeah.
Get up now.
Yeah. That's some good motivation.
Yeah, when he says that, it's like, and I mean, it was even the same thing before we went for my pro card. It was like, pro card, right?
Yeah.
Pro card. Okay, all right. Just wanted to check and make sure he was on the same page.
Yeah, it definitely takes a team, right?
It takes a team because I think about the flip side of it sometimes. Like, if I was on the other side, I'd be saying the same thing because I'm like, I'm not over here putting up with shit just for you to just quit. Let's get up. Let's go. Yeah. Like, let's get on the same train. Let's chug it along. I have the days where I'm just like, I don't want to go to the gym. Nope. Just I'm like, I'm tired. I need a snap. And he's like, well, you take a snap and then we're going to go to the gym. Yeah. Like it's still going to happen. Yeah. So, and usually it's always the motivation where I still get up, go. And even with switching to figure, it's once I get there, I get the destination motivation and get it on and get through my workout. But the basis of switching to figure has just been lift hard and lift heavy. Yeah. And just go at it completely. I haven't had really much of an issue doing that. That's always been my thing of not being able to lift heavy. Yeah. So
always had to limit yourself a little bit. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. Like you finally made the switch. I'm interested in seeing like what it's gonna look like not only for this show, but the third show. Do what?
Everyone keeps saying that. Everybody's like,
it's like we see the pictures of the bikini. It's like, okay, figure, okay. Well, let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, and I've really been hiding it. Yeah. For the most part, I'm not showing anybody, my check-in photos or anything like that because you know what? For me, it's my coach is the only one that needs to see that. Yeah. That's it. It doesn't have to be everybody else because everybody else is trying to see what they need to try to beat. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm stepping into a new world and I like it. Okay. I'm enjoying it actually. Between eating and being able to lift heavy is the most satisfaction out of everything. Not just eating tilapia and asparagus and nothing else. I mean, tilapia isn't even filling. I'm.
It's not at all. That's awesome.
Look, I get blueberries with breakfast. Okay, I am excited.
It's nice antioxidants.
Look, I am excited about my blueberries at breakfast. They're my little sugary things in the morning. Yep. I like those.
Oh, I get blueberries. That's awesome. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about? I mean, like you've got a lot going on.
Yeah, it's trust me, it's a lot. It is a lot. It's the figure change has brought things that I didn't think I would ever lift. Yeah. I'm lifting. I amazingly enough, like 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago now, I was able to lift 9 plates or leg press 9 plates. Man.
Okay. That's a lot.
And my biggest thing was to make it back to that. Yeah. Honestly. I was like, that's when I went, Battle of Texas and tried figure for giggles. Yeah. It was like try to build up real quick in a month. And I was leg pressing, following behind my guy friend's motivation, all of the gym, pressing 9 plates. Like it was just played. And my biggest thing was I knew that my body was checked back in when I got to that. Yeah. Because at first when I started, I was at 3 plates, and all of a sudden my legs felt like it was heavy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? 3 plates and it's heavy? And I'm freaking out mentally, like, what is going on?
What happened to me? Have I fallen this far?
And we did not get this far. No, we didn't. Yes, we did. So, that was my biggest thing, of every week is just adding it and adding it and adding it. And I was like, all right, got to the 9 plates. Now I'm cooked. Now we're kosher.
Yeah.
So, and people are like, oh, you're crazy for doing that. And I'm like, well, I try to push it sometimes.
Yeah.
And if I get 12 reps, I get 12 reps. But, 8 plates, I'm doing 20 reps. And every other plate underneath that, I'm doing 20 reps. So if at 9, I can just do 12 reps, I'll call it a day with that.
I'll call that good.
Like, that's good for me.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, that has been the best part, is eating, having the right encouragement with my coach.
Yeah.
Being more like not just a coach, but also a brother, and having the kind of family to be on one another. Hey, how are you? How's your day? Blessed, all that, we're reaching out. Like one time I had one of my teammates, Shayna, she reached out and she was like, hey, some just called on me to reach out to you and see how you were doing. Are you all right? And how's things with the suit, and how you like in the gym, and just little things like that. It makes a difference.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, best of luck at Kentucky Muscle and also the Olympia.
Yeah, just going to sightsee.
Yeah, but you still have your favorites out there on stage, and you want them to do well. You want to leave happy and motivated and all that great stuff.
Favorites. I mean, it hasn't changed much.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited to actually go to an Olympia for once. This is going to be my first one going to. So
yeah,
for me, it's something new. The biggest thing I had ever been to was Europa, so that was here.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, Olympia's supposed to be big. I've never been. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe next year. Hopefully, I can get qualified.
Look,
at least, but we got time.
Look at that same sense.
Yeah. Well,
I want to get there. That is the goal. Because people have asked me, like, "Oh, are you competing in figure just to compete?" And I was like, "I would love to get on the Olympia stage. Thank you. We're just not just swinging for the fences with anything. I mean, after I complete that and get on the stage and maybe win, hopefully, that was amazing. Then after that, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go be a judge. Y'all have fun." Like, I'm gonna go this way. I mean, that is the goal to of course, as a pro, to get to the Olympia stage, the Arnold stage, but I mean, Arnold is the invitational, so it's something you gotta work at.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. We'll keep working and keep training, keep eating. Yeah. Enjoy those blueberries.
Favorite part of the morning is my
favorite part of the morning.
Because crazy enough, I don't like blueberry muffins. I absolutely despise them. But I like blueberries.
They'd be like the best ones at the time. They're like so fundamental.
Give me the chocolate muffin, the cinnamon raisin, anything else but the blueberry muffin. It just, no, I can't. But if you give me blueberries in a cup, I'm good. Like regular blueberries, I'm fine.
All right, I gotta go because now you're making me hungry. I've got meal number 4 coming up.
Look, I'm in the same boat. I gotta get this myself.
All right, cool, man. Seriously enjoy the trip, as Florida's always great to go visit. Maybe not live, but definitely visit.
Florida, getting the beach time. Hopefully there's no hurricane or nothing. I'm hoping that kind of stays away.
Yeah. Hurricane season. But
yes, it is.
You'll be fine. You'll be indoors. Don't worry about it. Cool. Well, I'll catch you later. Good luck.